Hi there, everybody. Welcome back. This is Kevin Smith with First Team Real Estate, and welcome to our blog here. Today I have another series that we're going to be talking to with Barry Cravoy here. And we were discussing earlier today in regards to getting started in real estate. And so Barry and I had a discussion earlier with a gentleman that he had spoken to. And Barry, if you could tell us a little bit about the story and then see about maybe if there's some people out there that might be interested in starting in real estate but just don't know where to get started.
So Kevin and I were talking about why it's so important to at least get started in real estate. And I was telling him a story about a gentleman I met about 30 years ago. And I rolled up on this guy, and we were talking about one of his properties that he owns, and he told me that he owns 7 properties and that 4 of them were paid off. And I asked him, I said, "What do you do for a living?" And he said, "I'm a foreman at a steel mill." And I said, "Do you mind me asking how a foreman in a steel mill got 7 properties?" And he says, "Well, when I was young, I scraped and I saved and I got my first place. It was a little place, and I wound up eventually moving out of the place and renting it after a couple of years. And then I bought another place and I lived in that and I rented it out for a couple of years. And then eventually I bought my next place." And he goes, "And every time my rent went up, instead of collecting that money and putting it in my pocket, I paid my mortgage down quicker." And as a result, he had 4 properties that were paid off. So it's super important for you to understand, I think, for people to understand the power of being a landlord, because you're going to get somebody else that's going to actually pay your mortgage for you. But you have to get started somewhere. Right. And don't wait for that dream home. You know, people often say, I need to wait until I can afford a 2,000 square foot house with a big backyard. That's not your first home. Your first home should be a small little place that you don't mind moving out and renting that to somebody. So there's lots of down payment assistance programs that Kevin and I can help you with. Kevin is an expert in investment properties. He does it for himself and many of his clients, including his dad. We can help you get started. Don't self-diagnose yourself. Contact us and let us figure out a plan to get you into your first home. Or if you already own a home, let us help you get more of them. Because the likelihood that you're going to be able to retire with a nice real estate portfolio is pretty good if you're getting started.
Yeah, excellent questions. Thank you very much, Barry. That's awesome. So what we're going to do is I'll leave some links below. And if you guys want to reach out to us, feel free to do so, either by phone, text, or email. And Barry and I will be here to help you answer some of those personal questions about financing. You don't have to make $350 an hour. Whatever you're doing out there is plenty, and you can get started and move on up there step by step by step. So thank you for being here, Barry. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me.
We'll talk to you all later. Thanks again.
Bye.